Good morning everybody, my name's Stephen French from stephenfrenchlanguages.com. There you have it, there's the logo, and if you want to learn Spanish, you're in the right place. In this particular video, I'm going to be telling you how to conjugate the regular AR verbs in Spanish in the present tense. So, without further ado, let's get going. I'm going to choose hablar this morning, so let me just write that up on the board here. We've got hablar. So hablar, there you have it. And hablar means, perhaps you know, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you now, is to speak. To speak. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to break down hablar into its 6 constituent parts, its 6 bits in the present tense. So I'm going to say them first off. The first one is hablo, hablas, habla. And perhaps, just to get a little bit of interaction there, you might like to say, you might find a little bit silly, but why don't you say hablo, hablas, habla? I can hear you internet people out there, you YouTube people, I can hear you. Hablo, hablas, habla. And now we're going to do the first, second and third persons plural. Hablamos, habláis, hablan. So you've heard me say that, but what are the mechanics behind actually what's going on? So let me show you. Firstly, hablar is what we call an AR verb. So what we do is we knock off the AR, and then what we do is we add an O for hablo. So, like to say that after me, hablo. I heard you again? Fantastic. So, hablo means I speak. Again, I hope you can read my writing. Should have been a doctor, but I'm not, I'm a teacher. So, hablo means I speak. Just to make it very clear how I've got there again, I've taken hablar, I've knocked off the AR then, and I've just added the ending here, O. So we've got hablo. Now we're going to do you speak. And what we've got here is hablas, which means you speak. So we've got hablo, hablas. Hablo, hablas. As I move off to the side of the video, but I'm now back into focus. Okay, so we've got hablo, hablas. Now I'm going to do the third person singular, which is he speaks, she speaks, or you polite speaks. So, that's spelled like this, habla. So that's he, she, or I'm going to use the word usted, speaks. And that, ladies and gentlemen, señores y señoras, señoritos y señoritas, is the third person singular. So we've got hablo, hablas, habla. There's my A. And hopefully you can read that nice and clearly. So why don't you say that after me? Hablo, hablas, habla. You see, I'm just dodging what's behind me at the moment. Perhaps the next video I'll get it a little bit better. But I'm just practicing at this at the moment. Okay. Hablo, hablas, habla. Then I'm going to do hablamos. Notice that these endings are changing. Then I've got habláis. And then I've got hablan. Okay. So we've got hablamos. I've written up on the screen there, or on the little whiteboard behind me there. Hablamos means we speak. We speak. I'll just write that up there. We speak. Then what we've got is habláis. And that means you speak. But perhaps you're thinking, well, I've already had a you speak. And where have I already had a you speak? I've already had a you speak up here. Well, you have. But this is what we call the vosotros form. That's to say, the plural form. We've had the singular tú form, and now we've got the vosotros form. The vosotros form, which is you in the plural. So if I'm talking to a classroom of school children, I'd say vosotros. I'd say something like, habláis muy bien español. You speak Spanish very well. Fantastic. And now we've got you speak, and then we've got hablan, which means they speak. Lovely clear handwriting here. They speak, or you polite speak. And this can get really, really confusing for us native English speakers. I'm sorry, life is like that. I can only apologise. I don't know why I'm apologising, but there you go. It's life. Or as they say in Spanish, es la vida. Okay, so hablan, they speak, or you speak, and it's the ustedes form. So, there, up on the screen behind me, we've got, in all its constituent parts, the verb hablar, to speak. So let's just run through that again. What would be really good is for you to repeat what I've just said, so there's a little bit of interaction. So here we go. Hablo, hablas, habla. Repeat that after me. Hablo, hablas, habla. Really good. I can hear you through the vibes of the internet. And now we're going to do the plural. Hablamos, habláis, hablan. So we're really coming to about the end of this particular video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to run through that once more. No harm in repeating stuff. Hablo, hablas, habla. Hablamos, habláis, hablan. I hope you can see reasonably clearly behind me what I've written up. Hope you found that useful. If you please subscribe to the channel, and also press the little bell icon, and that means that for these videos, when they come out, you will be actually totally aware of them. I don't know why I scratched my head just then, but I did. You'd be aware of them as soon as they come up. So that's it. Stephen French Languages from StephenFrenchLanguages.com, or my name's not Stephen French Languages, it's Stephen French. Oh, strange. French is actually my surname. How old is that? Spanish teacher, French. Okay, we'll leave that. Hit the bell icon. Look forward to seeing you shortly. Hasta pronto, amigos míos.